Welcome. My name's Troy Brown, and that's me right there in that picture. And someone asked you to take a look at some information, and I'm the one that's going to take you through it. I'm going to take you through kind of what I saw. I saw this information, a version of it about 15, 16 years ago. Now, take in mind, it's evolved to even better than when I saw it 15, 16 years ago. But here's what happened to me. A friend of mine asked me to take a look at something, and I did. Not because I wanted to, and I'll tell you, I didn't want to because I was that guy that was just too busy. But because it was a friend, I said yes. I took a look at the information, and it had to do at that time just with travel. That's all it was. And after he showed me the information, I said yes. Cost me a few $100, and that was that. Now, it had to do with travel. I went home. My wife asked me what it was all about. I told her, and there were these trips that were curated that you got, that if you remember, you're supposedly getting them at a better price and a better experience. So my wife booked one, and we went on it. And guess what happened? Exactly that. We had this incredible time, got an incredible price. But here's what I didn't expect. When we came back, everybody I knew started asking me about my vacation and my experience. And I told them, and then I told them what I paid for it and how great it was. And guess what? They wanted to do it too. See, what I learned that day was that travel's an inherent yes. I don't have to convince your kids they want to go to Disney World, right? And that's what I learned that day. And so people started getting involved with this ideal just like I did. And here's the other part I didn't know. Because I was the one who introduced them, I started making some money off of that idea. And that's how my business started growing. So let me explain to you how it evolved from there. See, I was that guy I had an anesthesia practice. That's what I did for a living. And by the way, I love doing anesthesia, and by most people's standards, I made a nice living. But I was also that guy that was time broke. I was working 80, 100 hours a week. I was on call 24/7. Making a lot of money, but no time to do anything with it. When I saw this idea, I started thinking, you know what? I do want to see the world God created for us. And so I started traveling because I had a better way. And I started seeing the world. Now, there's my wife and I on one of those trips again. This is Santorini, Greece. It's my wife, Kathy. And Santorini, Greece, one of my favorite places ever. But we started seeing a lot of these places. I went over 200 trips over that time span. Okay. There's my best friend and his wife, and my wife and I. That's in a helicopter. Now, where were we going in that helicopter? We're going down into the Grand Canyon, having dinner, white linen cloth table, wine. It was an incredible experience. I had the money to do that before, but I didn't have the time. This ideal started giving me some time back, and that's what I wanted. There we are in a tropical destination. I don't even know where that was. We went on so many of those trips in the last 15 years. It's incredible. Skiing, see, I adopted a son about the time that I saw this ideal. Let me just say, that's my son right there. He's now 14. But here's what I want you to know. I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd walk away from my anesthesia practice. But a year and a half into this ideal, I was making more money with this than I was anesthesia. We adopted that son right there. And I decided to retire from anesthesia in my early 40s. So now here we are 15, 16 years later. I haven't had a job in over 14 years because of this idea. A lot of residual income here. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. You know, there's over 5 million people came in that ideal over the last 15 years. You're like, well, did you travel with any of them? Here we are at Jamaica in Rick's Cafe on a trip that we did with a lot of them. That's all the people that we took, a bunch of them. It's not all of them, but a bunch of them that we took on this one trip and took over Rick's Cafe. If you've never been there, by the way, you need to go. Here we are at sporting events. This is Kentucky Derby, meeting people that I would never met before, hanging out with them, just because of this experience. Eating in restaurants that I'd heard about but never eaten. Here's the Jules Verne at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Wearing cool hats in Russia. Can you believe it? Here we are drinking wine in Bordeaux, France. Now, I always thought wine was in a box. I was not even into wine, but now I'm kind of a wine snob because I've been to Bordeaux. Can you believe it? Having experiences that just put a giant smile on your face, but more importantly, putting a giant smile on your child's face. See, again, I want to experience the things God created. I just didn't have the time. And so this ideal gave it to me. Now, what if we can enhance your life and do some of those things for you and your family and the people you know? Because see, it wasn't just me and my family. It was my friends and the people they knew. And it really got exciting. The way we're doing it now is a thing called Club Secret. And I want you to look at something there in this slide, The Good Life. But see where it says established? 2021. See, I've been doing this for 15, 16 years, but I told you it evolved. Let me explain. In 2020, we were rolling along, doing just travel, but in 2020, something slowed down travel. Can you guess what it was? Yeah, it was COVID. But we'd already been talking about we wanted to enhance our lifestyle with other things because as we were traveling, we noticed something with all the members involved in our club. As they were going and seeing the world God created, they wanted to look better and feel better. We'd already talked about, we're already taking other people's products. Why don't we take our own? We made a pivot where we joined forces with somebody that had those products that we were looking for, all natural. So we started a thing called Club Secret. Now, let me explain. The parent company that we're dealing with right now is called Secret. They've been around for over 20 years. They're debt-free. They have $3 billion in total sales before they started doing the direct sales model. They're in over 40 countries around the world, but they didn't have a thing called Club Secret till 2021. And this is a big deal. This is brand new. Now, let me explain. You ever heard of Amazon? I know you have. And probably you've ordered off Amazon many, many times. I have. I got a package yesterday in the mail from Amazon. So why am I talking about Amazon? Because you can go to the Amazon website right now and buy Amazon products. But there's a lot of people that became Amazon Prime members. Now, become an Amazon Prime member, you have to pay extra money, a fee, right? Well, there's over 200 million Amazon Prime members. Now, why would 200 million people pay a fee when they could just order off Amazon for free? Well, because Amazon Prime gives you benefits that you don't get with just ordering off Amazon. There are extra benefits in that. And so is that ideal working? Yeah, they're doing about $25 billion a year just off the Amazon Prime memberships. Now, why do I tell you that? Because you can order off a Secret. You can order the products. They did over $3 billion in kiosk around the world of people that's paying retail price. But see, now that you're going to hear this, why would you order off Secret in that way when you could be a Club Secret member and get all these other benefits that I'm going to talk about? Let me explain. Club Secret has now 3 pillars. Now I have this thing that says, look good, feel good, experience the world. Experience the world. Well, that's what I'm talking about, travel. And if you don't know, travel is the largest industry in the world, $9.25 trillion. Compare that with the next 3 biggest ones, oil and gas, food, and pharmaceuticals. If you add those 3 together, it's not as big as travel. So we got a portal, a booking portal with Club Secret that we can book net rates on resorts, and we get cars and hotels and cruises, and we can do everything we want on this portal that we can do on other portals, except we're going to get net rates on a lot of the stuff we do. So let me give you some examples. Here's Fantasy World Resort by Disney World in Kissimmee, Florida, 5 days, 4 nights, and look at that. You're saving $673 by booking on this portal. Your total cost is $412. Here's one at the Wynn in Las Vegas. You can see you're saving $348, so your total price is $786. Again, Santorini, Greece, one of my favorite places in the world. Look at this. Going and saving $426 on this one. But here's our bread and butter. It's called Escapes. This is what we really did. You can book on the portal anytime you want, but Escapes are curated trips that are put together for members only. Now, these members only, why would you do it? Well, we're buying in bulk to drive the price down, kind of like buying at Sam's. The bigger the bulk, the lower the price. We're using the power of us. Remember, we had 5 million members before, and now we pivoted. This is going to be bigger than ever. We get 4 and 5-star vacations at 2 and 3-star prices. The company handles all the planning and reservations for you. And if you're a member, your family's a member. They get to take advantage of the membership as well, right? And so let me give you an example of that. By using the bulk buying power, look at this price. We're going to the Grand Palladium in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And this is for 5 days, 4 nights. And look at all the amenities, all inclusive. That's all the food, all the drinks, all inclusive, welcome reception, 15% off spa treatments, access to resort amenities, on-site host, farewell dinner, round trip transfers to and from the airport, and look at the price, $299 per person. We also have experiences. If you like tennis, going to Wimbledon. You like horse racing, Kentucky Derby, Formula One, golf, NFL games, Barrett-Jackson, NBA, concerts such as Coachella. We have it all. And so I want to move to the second pillar in the Club Secret, which is feel good. Now, what is feel good about? We have come together with who I think has the greatest nutrition products on the planet, and that is Secret. And they've been developed by a guy named Dr. Howard Kohn. And these products, all his products are organic and plant-based. They're vegan, they're dairy and soy free, they're sugar free, they're gluten free, non GMO, and kosher certified. And many of the products are sports certified. That means they've been cleared to use in NCAA and pro sports and in the Olympics. So I want to highlight a couple of the products. One of them is called Recovery, which has to deal with molecular hydrogen. Now, I'm not going to go into it. I just want you to know we got some patents on this. And I'm not making any medical claims here, but I'm telling you, after a workout, before a workout, you got something that's bothering you. Love this product. Makes me feel good. Makes my body feel good. Booster. It's all about alkalinity. Well, why alkalinity? It's healthy. If you need a sleep aid, it's not something to help you go to sleep, but a sleep aid in that it makes your body alkalinity, which promotes rest. And then there's a product called Immunex. And Immunex, in this climate, in our world, this crazy world that we're right now, do you think there's anybody that wants to boost their immunity right now? Immunex is the answer. We have a lot of products. We just want to kind of give you a highlight on a couple. But what this has done for me over the last year and a half or so that I've been taking these nutritional products, now what this has done for me, it's just given me peace of mind that I've been putting good things in my body. And that's what our nutrition is. Now, let's move on to the Look Good portion. Now, Look Good is how Secret started its entire company. See, the founding members of Secret are the Ben Shavat family out of Israel. Their story, real quickly, is this. They came to America looking for a better life for their family. And they started with these ice cream trucks that they had. And then they decided they wanted something bigger. What did they know? They're from Israel. What in Israel could they bring to America and it be something that everybody wants? And what they thought of was products from the Dead Sea. And if you don't know about the Dead Sea, for thousands of years, people have been going to the Dead Sea to rub the mud on them, to float in the salt water. They've been doing it for thousands of years, and it's been proven to help. Cleopatra herself would travel for days to get to the Dead Sea. And so we have these incredible skincare products from the Dead Sea that they did billions of dollars in kiosks. They were the largest kiosk operators in the world. And then they saw that the malls and retail stores were changing. And they thought their future was they needed a social network to move their products because that's where they thought the world was going. What they were right? And we all know that. And so they got these incredible products that we can get from the Dead Sea. And there's over 90 of them. This is our pillars. Look good, feel good, experience the world. And this makes for a better life. Now, going back to this example, Secret and Club Secret. Why Club Secret? What does that do for us? Well, let's go through that. Why Club Secret? Well, first off, with any products we have, if you're a Club Secret member, you're going to get better prices than everybody else. Let me explain. In the kiosk, look at that retail price there. Just take the first product, Booster. It's $64 in the kiosk. Now remember, they did billions of dollars at retail prices. $64, but if you look at Club Secret and Agent price, far right, it's $37 for that same product. And you can see all the prices are better at Club Secret and Agent. So why wouldn't you be Club Secret? Okay, we'll talk about Agent here in a little bit. Let me give you a second reason to be Club Secret. We have a telemedicine program that when you're a Club Secret member, it's included. We have doctors around the world that you can call anytime, and they speak multiple languages, and it's incredible service. It's called Be Well. That's our telemedicine. Third thing, loyalty program. Anytime you buy travel, you buy products, you buy nutrition, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to get points that you accumulate. Well, what do you do with those points? You can use them to buy more product or buy more travel. It's crazy. You build a status in that program. It's just like any other program. As you're building points, the more points you get, the bigger your status. Well, what does that mean? Well, if you're traveling, you're with a group of people, who's going to get the best rooms? Who's going to get the upgraded rooms? The people with the biggest status. And then there's travel. If you want to travel, it's the only way in Secret that you can travel with us at the prices I'm telling you about. You've got to be part of Club Secret. Now, as I went through that price list and I showed you the best prices are over far right, it said Club Secret Agent. Well, what's an agent? Well, let's talk about an agent. See, when I got involved, as other people wanted to get involved with me, I started making money. I told you I started making more money with this idea than I was anesthesia in a year and a half. Well, here's how. Becoming an agent for $49. That's per year. The business part of this I set up for $49. And that lets me make money when other people buy the products that I introduce. It's not just who I introduce, it's who they introduce, and so on. I get an override. It's kind of like being a real estate broker and a real estate agent. Broker has many agents, agents make a sale, broker overrides a little bit. Same kind of relationship. But there's one more big reason to be part of Club Secret. It's this. If you become a Club Secret member and you're an agent and you buy one of our packs that we're going to talk about here in a little bit to get started, then you get a 5-night, all-inclusive, we're calling it a getaway for 2 included. That's right, included into the price that I'm going to show you. So here it is. So you're like, what kind of trip could that be? Well, let me just show you. Here's a few of them, but I'm just going to highlight a few. Here's 3 that I'm going to show you. We got more than this. So the first one there that you're looking at is the El Cid Marina Beach Hotel, all-inclusive. Remember, that's 6 days, 5 nights, all-inclusive. Food, drinks, everything, $1,470. The second one is the Ventus at Marina El Cid. It's $1,902, all-inclusive, 5 nights as well. And then the third one is the Ventus Ha in El Cid for $1,767. But see, those are the prices, as you saw, the $1,470, the $1,902, and the $1,767. Those are the prices you would pay if you went online or called the resort. Those would be the prices you would pay for that trip. But because you're a Club Secret member and you're an agent and you get one of our packs that we're going to talk about, you're going to get that trip for $0. That's right. You're going to get it included. Remember, I said the price is included. You're like, that can't be true. Let's look at that middle one, the $1,902 one. I have a friend that just went. Let me show you what happened. They booked it, 5 nights. They showed the price, $1,902, but then there was a cancellation waiver because of the membership, the Club Secret membership. So they got it for $0. They had to pay $19.82 in taxes and fees. That's 100% savings, but their grand total was $19.82 for the taxes and fees. That's it. And so I keep talking about these packs. Well, here's how we get you started, because we want you to get the travel. You're going to get all the benefits of the travel. You're going to get that trip included when you come in if you get one of these packs. So we have 3 preview packs at $400. That's over a $600 retail value, but you're getting it for $400. So you can get the nutrition, you can get the one about skincare, or if you just want to be travel centric and get travel size stuff, you can get the travel pack. The power pack, it gives you the skincare and nutrition, and you get to travel in there. But if you're like me, you say, okay, I want to try pretty much everything you got. I got the Pro Pack for $2,000 because I wanted to try everything. I don't care which one you get. Get in where you fit in. With each one of these packs, you get your first month of Club Secret included, and you're going to get that 5-day all-inclusive trip for 2 included. You're an agent now. Let's talk about the income. If you introduce somebody to this and they get involved, you're going to get an override. How does that work? Well, let's say you tell 6 people about it and they get the same pack you did. Let's say you got the $400 pack. Well, what I've noticed is whatever you get, the people you know, they're going to get. So if you got the $400 pack, they're probably going to get the $400 pack. So 6 of them get it. You're going to make $510 back. Now, with taxes, fees, and everything, with the pack, the agent fee, everything, it costs you about $500 to get in with that $400 pack. So you're now at a break even, at a little bitty profit. But here's the thing. The people you know, they know people you don't know. And they're going to tell people, once they go on this trip and get that trip included, they're going to tell people, let's say they get 6. Now you've made $1,280 back. See how this works? Then those people, they know people. Let's say they get 6. You made $3,400 back. You're like, does this really happen? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. In the last 15 years, I told some people who told some people who told some people, and over 1 million people came in on that team. We have the deal. We have these incredible products. We have travel. We have a trip included once they get in. Nobody else in the industry has anything close to that. We're getting ready to set this thing on fire like we've never done before. This is all brand new. Now, you've also created the most important kind of income known to man. It's called residual income. So you've made $3,400 up front in that example, but you've also created a monthly residual income of $815 a month. That's pretty cool. Now, these are the different levels you can hit in our company, going up the ranks, and you can see these are the average monthly incomes. If you look at gold, the average monthly income is $2,900. If you look at ruby, it's $7,400 a month. If you look at blue diamond, it's $32,000 a month. If you look at Crown Royale, it's $306,000 a month average. Let's look at that top one. When you hit that, there's one more kind of bonus that's kind of exciting. They'll give you a $1 million bonus when you hit Crown Royale. Now, are there people that do that? Yep, Actually, one of the people that helped me get this thing going, his name is Jesse, hit that, got the $1 million bonus for Crown Royale. How cool is that? I want you to know though, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is something people put some effort in and some time into to create an income. But it's leverage income. It's something that if you build it, it can keep paying you over and over again. We have a training system to help you do that as well. We don't just get you in and say, go get them. We'll train you if you want to be trained. We have a guy named Mark Aceta, our director of training globally. We're in 40 countries around the world. Mark's our trainer globally, and I think he's the best in the business. But here's what I want to end with. It's about timing. Timing for you, timing for the person that got you in. Here's what I'm talking about. See, this happens all the time. This is your friend that asks you to look at this video. And here's what they want. They want you to experience these incredible products we have and see the world God created. They want you to travel with them if you want to do that. But also, they want to put you in a position in their business that's the best position they have. Because once you put somebody in a position, if you put somebody else in, they override that. If it's on that team, they override it. Let me explain. There's only 2 teams anybody can have. And here's what happens sometimes. Happened to me. One of my friends said, oh, it looks great. I'm going to think about it. Well, here's what I want you to know. While my friend was thinking about it, he wasn't the only one I was talking to. So you know what I did? I put my friend in think about it tank over there, just put him to the side. As they were thinking about it, I went and talked to other people. Put a guy named Bob in. You know what happened? Day later, my friend said, oh, Troy, you know what? I do want to do it. So they got involved. But look at how this looks. See, my friend's supposed to override Bob, but because they waited a day, they didn't get to override Bob. Bob started overriding them. And you're like, big deal. It's one person. It's just Bob. No, here's what you got to know. Bob knows people we don't know. And Bob went and started telling people. And they started growing. And that team grew and grew and grew and grew. And now my friend doesn't override that. Now, it's cool. My friend's doing okay. But they should have been overriding Bob and his team. You get the point? So now you're saying, okay, Troy, looks good. What do I do? Well, here's what I did. First thing you need to do is become an agent. $49 a year, you do it every year, you become an agent, right? Second thing, pick your pack. You get the first month of Club Secret included in that, so pick the pack. And third thing, pick your trip, and then just go. You get that trip included. Now, here you are. We're at the end of this whole thing, and here's what I'm going to ask you. You're either an A, B, or C right now. If you're an A, you're like, man, I am all in. This looks awesome. I want to go on that trip. I want to do all this. Okay, great. Welcome to the team. Get back with your person. They're going to get you going. They'll get you in right now. If you're a C, you're like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if this is for me. Okay. Would you at least become a customer and from your friend, try some of the products as a customer? But if you're a B, you're that person that says, man, this looks good. I have a couple of questions. I didn't understand everything. Okay, I get it. I didn't either. But get your questions answered now. Don't wait, because you remember the Bob story? Don't be that person that missed out on Bob. So anyway, A, B, or C. If you're an A, welcome to the team. If you're a B, welcome to the team. If you're a C, thanks for being a customer. Again, my name's Troy Brown. Thanks for coming on and watching. God bless.